Hello, this is Vallor, and I'm going to demonstrate landering, which is not like a plane landing, uh, where you fly above the runway until you stop flying and roll to a stop. But landering is piloting a lander, it's my word for it, making it contact the ground without blowing up and dying horribly. So, this is my landering craft. I have a skipper engine with a little bit of a fuel tank, a Mark I aircraft cockpit for cosmetic reasons, and also because I can see out of it better when in orbit for the views. Tripod landing with plenty of ladders. I have them on all the legs for balance, to make sure the balance is right. But it is possible to climb up and around on these ladders into the cockpit and out, which may not seem like a big deal on the moon where you can jet around with your Kerbal, but when you're landing on a higher gravity planet such as Eve, you will appreciate having a ladder to climb up and down. But what this is for, you'll see that it doesn't have much fuel with a rather large engine. The idea behind this is the simulator phase of your space program. The idea being that before going and landing somewhere, and spending all the time getting there and then not knowing what to do and crashing horribly and dying, as I did when I first started playing Kerbal Space Program, instead you'll have some idea about how to land and get around in a lander without making a mess of things at the most important part of your, or most important phase of your trip to wherever you're going. So, and I need to fix the staging here because I just changed the engine on this. Save that. I had to fix the staging so that I would not pop the parachutes as I took off. I have parachutes on this, just in case. So, here we go. And I'm running 0.21. Hopefully the loading time will be faster on 0.22. I've heard a lot about it. Today is the 16th of October 2013, when 0.22 is not out yet. So, gear down. There we are. Jeb looks happy. Give ourselves a little throttle here. Give it a 50% throttle. And actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to zero throttle. Stage. And then take off and land. There. That was my first hop. You'll note, and by the way, this wasn't obvious to me, even though it may be obvious to you, that when landing in the correct attitude, the nose will be pointing straight up on the 8-ball here. So not only that, but when going up, straight up, the prograde marker, which is that yellow marker in the middle of the 8-ball, would be going straight up. And then when descending toward the nadir, or nadir, you'll notice, come on, a little less. There we go. I'm trying to fly and talk at the same time. There we go. So the retrograde marker, or retrograde firing marker, is now pointed at the zenith, and we are coming straight down at too high a rate of speed, and I just almost crashed. I'm learning that talking and flying at the same time can be tough. My hat goes out to all these YouTubers that can do that. So let's see here. What I'm doing again is trying to get things in a okay, now we're going straight up. All that was done looking at the 8-ball. Now I'm reducing throttle. And as I reduce throttle, I'm trying to get... Here we go. So since we're now that we're dropping, I'm going to turn on my SAS so I have a little bit more stability in my steering. And I ran out of fuel. That's one part I forgot. Well, Jeb's happy. But what we need to do is throttle down and do something that I forgot to do here for this demonstration. And that is turn on infinite fuel. Because we're going to worry about fuel, we're going to worry about piloting skills at this point. And as you can see, there's not much fuel in this craft. So, Shift, on Linux it's Shift, on Windows it's Alt F12, turn on infinite fuel, put my gear down again, and this time I won't have to worry about running out of fuel while descending. So, reducing my throttle, steering so that the prograde marker moves toward, there we go, toward the nadir, or excuse me, toward the zenith, the top, up, straight up. My velocity is decreasing, and now I'm going down. So the retrograde marker, when you're going down, to get the retrograde marker to go toward the top, which is what you want to do to be going straight down, is you steer toward the retrograde marker. So it's a little bit of a dance here. Try to keep the retrograde marker centered on... Oh, and then you don't want to land faster than 12 meters per second. So we're just going to take it down easy. Easy does it. Easy does it. And there we go. Oops. And cut the throttle when you hit the ground. So, I kind of bounced a little bit there. The one thing to remember also is that things are going to happen at the speed of whatever gravity field you're in. So if you are on the moon, your landing will be at about 1/6 the speed. If it's 1/6 gravity, I'm not really sure how much gravity there is on the moon. But if it's like our moon, then it would be 1/6 the speed that you will be accelerating toward the ground as you do on Kerbin. So it'll be a little bit easier there. But if you want to just get started right away and practice, then there's no better place than right at home. And I'll make sure that this, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. Make sure this vehicle is available on the links for this video in my hangar, so that you'll be able to just grab the vehicle and start your landering practice. There we go. And I am still not the best at this. I have managed to get things on the ground and fly where I want to go, for the most part, usually without crashing. Of course, I could screw up right now. No finesse on the throttle. I've managed to find a throttle setting that is giving me a constant descent rate, which makes it a lot easier. Now I can just keep it straight up and down. And there we go. And so that concludes part 1 of Landering. I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for part 2, which is going point to point on a surface, which we will do right here at Kerbal Space Center. So until next time, this is Vallor signing off.